We are now inside the chapel of this very small church here on Stanley Street, and I'm joined by Liesl Forst, who is the director of Chicago. Now, Liesl, you were telling me that you've been involved in musical theater in Nelson for quite a while now.
Yeah, almost 16 years.
So tell me a little bit about the recent history of musical theater here.
Well, before Sydney of Black Productions started putting on sort of these bigger shows, we had put on some shows we did with the Nelson Community Opera. We did some sort of smaller productions like You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, some different things like that. And so then just recently, Sydney's found some new delightful energy and has wanted to go bigger and better, which is fabulous. And last year, she produced Cabaret, which was put on at the Capitol Theater. Fabulous, wonderfully successful. And so wanted to do it again, and this year we're doing Chicago.
So Cabaret last year, this year Chicago. Why Chicago? How did the show get chosen?
It's a good question, because when she first chose it, I was like, Chicago? What's the relevance of that? And I actually didn't know the musical very well. But I think, like Cabaret, it has an interesting relevance to now, right? So it feels like, even though it's something that was written a long time ago, it feels very, very relevant. And then the music's fabulous, because it's vaudeville. That's what it's rooted in, is this idea of a vaudevillian performance. And so there's so much music and dance that the scenes aren't the main part of the show. They're almost there supporting the musical and dance numbers. So that's kind of challenging, because there's a lot of things, specific things to music. You know, like a character will say a line, and there's a specific thing that's supposed to happen with that. And so those things are tricky, because putting it all together, it's not so black and white as we rehearse the scene, then we rehearse the song, because it's like there's 3 scenes within that song.
Right.
So that's been a bit of a challenge to put all together, but it's a delightful challenge. I think we're doing a good job.
I loved Alvin Lifshitz more than I can possibly say. He was a real artistic guy, sensitive, a painter, but he was troubled. He was always trying to find himself. Every night he'd go out looking for himself, and along the way he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving. I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive. Well, I saw him dead. The dirty bum.